I figured out how to create thousands of stickers on Ideogram, and today I'm going to show you not only how to create them, but how to monetize and profit off of them. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing we're going to talk about is profiting off of these stickers on Ideogram. How do you create them, right? How do you profit off of them after they're created? So let's talk about the profit side of things. The first thing is, what I recommend is after you create your stickers, which once again, we'll show you how to create. After you create all of them, you want to be able to basically spread all your eggs in many different baskets. And your eggs in this case represents your ability to create them. And trust me, you're going to be able to create them. But I think that you should create as many as you can and put them on as many platforms as you can. Now, Etsy is going to be the first place where you can do this. Now, this is where competition is pretty stacked, I'm not going to lie. But Etsy is a place where you can sell SVGs, PNGs, and anything else in between. It could be a physical item. It could be a digital item. It could be a digital pack of hundreds of stickers if you want. It's completely up to you how you want to set it up. But once again, I'm going to show you how to prepare these files so that you can actually sell them on Etsy. But anyways, you look here at all these different listings on Etsy. These are all examples of stickers. There's thousands and thousands to be sold here, and there's money to be made. And once again, this is a style that we're working on, but you can literally shift any kind of style and sell any kind of these stickers. So if you're going to sell digital products, like a PNG set of stickers or a SVG set EPS, a vector, that will be obviously cheaper to manufacture, but also cheaper for sale than if you were to sell the actual stickers that are going to be shipped to an individual. So Etsy is the first place where you can actually sell them. The second place where you can sell them, and I talk a lot about this website, is Adobe Stock, and really all stock photography that approves AI-related content. If you look here on Adobe Stock, I searched the word turtle sticker. There's other people who are creating sticker packs. And to be honest, guys, one of the biggest customers on Adobe Stock are companies. And companies get this ability on Adobe Stock to purchase these licenses where they can download 100, 200, 600 images at a time. And you get paid per download. So depending on who is actually purchasing a license, you get paid either 33 cents, you get paid 66 cents, and sometimes the numbers do vary depending on who holds the license, but it's really just a math equation and you get paid. Now, if you're somebody who's looking to download as many images as possible, let's say you work for a company and your boss tells you, hey, we're creating an illustration book and we need to download a whole bunch of images. Here's $1,000, go figure out what to do and get them for us, right? You're probably going to come to Adobe Stock, you're going to get a license pack, and you're going to just randomly click on thousands and thousands of images to download. And this is why, once again, Adobe Stock is extremely profitable, and I've been talking about this for months. I've created lessons in our members area, both paid and free lessons, which, by the way, I'll leave links in the description on how to create thousands of images, how to keyword, how to tag them properly, how I run my stock photography business, because this is stock photography, but the AI style. I'm not going out there and taking pictures. I'm simply clicking a few buttons on Ideogram and making the money from it. But you could see here, like this image here, this is a sticker pack, right? And there are people out there who are going to go and buy this. They're going to click on this, they're going to download it, and they're going to receive the income when they actually use this, because that's all it is at the end of the day. It's business is a cycle. They'll buy resources and they'll use those resources for their own businesses. It could be illustration books. It could be maybe they want to print these stickers and sell them. There's various different businesses, various different reasons. But you look here at Adobe Stock, this is a place where you can make a whole ton of money, and clearly sticker packs work. One of the biggest signs that you could see if they work or not, if other people are doing them. And once again, we've created many of these stickers so I can show you how to get the job done. But here is just a simple example. So Adobe Stock is another way. Now, once again, you do have to prepare these images properly so they can be sold and so you can actually make money and so that companies can actually use them. However, it's very useful. You could see here, this is a little bit more intricate or, more specific of a style, but you can see the image here. You have different ones here. We had a set like this. We have sets like this, right? And you could look at them. Some don't have to look that good. I mean, they don't have to look as difficult to make. You look at an image like this is perfect, pretty basic, but it gets the job done. And once again, this is just the second way. Let me show you the third way how to make money off of this. Let's look at Redbubble. Everybody here knows about Redbubble. Sometimes parents will go out there and buy sticker packs from Redbubble just to save a little bit, and really, instead of buying just one sticker, kind of like this, they might buy a pack of stickers. Now, that's actually a good thing for you because I'm going to show you once again how to create these sticker packs and how to profit off of them, which is pretty cool. You know, at least I would say, creating a pack of stickers. Imagine the look on your kid's face when they expect just a sticker and they get a pack of stickers. It's almost like a free bonus, right? It's pretty cool. As far as TeePublic is another site where you can make money selling these stickers. Now, how does it actually work? Now, of course, you're going to need some preparation. You're going to need some fixing up and cleaning up, but TeePublic is no exception. One of the biggest sellers on TeePublic is t-shirts and hoodies. You can take one of these sticker type images, clean up the image a little bit, paste it on a t-shirt or on a hoodie, and it can make you money the same way some of these other ones are. Like, look at this turtle here. This is just simply a picture of a turtle, and it's just placed on a t-shirt, and it's making money for the seller on weekly, monthly, daily basis whenever this thing sells. So, this is pretty awesome to see. And I want to take a look at this. This person said in their image description, says original vector art of a turtle, and then it shows their website. If we log on to their website here, I'm just curious if this is even a thing. I didn't even expect this to be 100% honest, but let's take a look at their website, and boom, they sell pictures of these graphics, I guess. Let's go to portfolio, media, let's go to products, right? And we have a whole bunch of different things, and you can clearly see this person makes these vector type art, and they sell them on Redbubble, Society6, Spreadshirt, Cafe Press, just all these different sites. So there's no question that you can actually profit off of these things. But like I said, I'm going to show you how to actually make them, and then how do you prepare them for the sale, depending on what site you want to use, whether you're selling them through Adobe Stock, whether you're selling them through Etsy, etc. Something that I will add, and something that I do like to say, is this is actually pretty close to what we call a passive income. You're doing the job once, you're putting them on all these sites, and then you're walking away. And when I say walking away, of course, if you want to, you could use social media to promote. That's actually added work. But keep in mind that when you're diversifying, you're putting all your eggs in different baskets, right? As opposed to all your eggs in one basket, meaning you have different websites that you're posting this stuff on. One day you might have a website that's profiting, making sales. One day you might have a website that's not, but you have multiple websites that your artwork is on, generating you profit, hopefully on a daily basis, the more and more you do it. So let's now get into the art creation process. So the first thing I'm doing here is I'm going to Ideogram. And Ideogram, what I'm using two things. I'm using the prompt here, and I'm using the image-to-image feature. If you haven't seen my video on the image-to-image feature in Ideogram, click the link in the description if you want to go ahead and see it. But basically, the way AI is trained is that you're giving it a whole bunch of data, and you're telling it what that data is. And over time, right, it gets to start understanding certain similar characteristics, and then it creates based on that. So what I did here was I gave it data, and I gave it one image, right, as a representation as to how I want my stickers to kind of look like, right? And this is the image here. And what I gave this image weight is an image weight of 50. It's actually pretty heavy. That's pretty strong. And when the image weight is 50, what that really means is it's going to duplicate a lot of the different processes to creating the image. One of the most obvious features of the image that I provided it is this grid-like style to these stickers. You can kind of see how this grid-like style is pretty much maintained throughout all my different creations. In fact, this is a creation with the image weight of 50. If I decrease my image weight to, let's say, 10 or even 20, you're going to start noticing this style start to deprecate. It's not going to look the same. It might look similar, but it's just not going to look the same, right? In terms of the grid-like style. And the grid-like style is what we're looking for. In fact, you could actually see this deprecation starting already, like here, here, right? You can see the background is not 100% clear. Now, these images are definitely not bad. I'm not going to sit here and say that they're bad in any way. They're pretty decent, but we want to be able to increase our chances as much as possible to work as fast as possible. Speed is one of the most important things. I've mentioned this in my POD design course. I've also mentioned it in different AI courses that I've created here before. And one of the most important things that you have to maintain if you want to be able to profit well on print on demand is speed and efficiency. Why? Because the products that you're selling are going to sell for relatively low profit. You're not going to make $100 per sale or $200 per sale, and you definitely don't have all day to work on these type of products. You got to get the job done relatively quickly in high amounts. I hire virtual assistants all the time. One of the reasons why I use different software tools to help me speed up the job, whether it's the TeePublic Tag Optimizer, the Stock Bubbler tool, and yes, I have made videos on all these tools that help me tag very, very quickly on websites like TeePublic, Redbubble, Adobe Stock, etc. The reason why I give them to my virtual assistants is because I want them to work fast. The faster they work, the more money I make. The faster you work, the more money you make, right? So let's now take a look. So you can see how the style has become deprecated. Once again, it's not a bad thing, but it'll take more time to sit here and edit through things and change backgrounds and erase through things. We don't want that. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to increase the image weight to a 50 here and hit generate. Now you can create any kind of style grid that you want. And the way you could do this is you go to basic like a Canva, you search for certain images of certain characters or animals or however you want to set up your stickers, and then you put them in a grid-like format and you increase that image weight here so that you can have that replication in style. That's the whole point to it. All right. And so once that's taken care of, here you have a grid of literally these images. And so I can click on some of these and I could just hit the download button. Now, what I did, guys, is I've set my images to public. So you can go to my account and you can go to my public images on my profile. So I'll go to my profile here. And if you just look at some of my public images, guys, they're all here for you that you can go ahead and recreate. So you can take an image like this and you could do this yourself and you can hit remix, right? So once you hit remix, that original image is going to be right here. And you just simply copy my style if you don't want to create your own. But once you hit the remix here, you can go ahead and write your own prompt. Now with my prompt, let me go ahead and read it to you. It says, a delightful collection of 10 Disney-style cartoon animal stickers, drawing inspiration from ukiyo-e art, which is like an old style of art. Each animal is rendered with a vibrant and colorful style, featuring expressive eyes, engaging poses. The animals include a friendly turtle, a cute elephant, a playful giraffe, a wise owl, a hopping bunny, a graceful deer, a majestic eagle, a smiling dolphin, an awesome lion, a cheerful panda, and a charming fox. The background is a whimsical blend of soft colors and intricate patterns, drawing upon the ukiyo-e's traditional Japanese aesthetic, creating an enchanting atmosphere. So that's the prompt. And once again, you guys could go ahead, steal it. I already have this stuff on public display, so you guys could go ahead and go in there and check it out. But you hit that remix button, you get stuff like this. Now, this is where it's done. We're going to have to download each and every single one of these images. So how do I do that? I go over here to this 3 button here, these 3 little dots, and I hit download. Now, guys, if you don't know how to use this software, I have a full tutorial. I'll leave that link in the description. It's a free video. It's not one of the paid lessons. It's a free video that you can watch step by step how to master this software. And literally within under 20 minutes, you'll learn how to master the software. All right. So go here, click on the second image, hit download. Click on the third image, go over here, hit download once again, and then go over here and hit download. Now it's time for us to upscale the image. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go to my download section, and I'm going to just drag and drop these in here, right? So in there. And this is a tool that I use to upscale and I use to edit my images. So upscaling is crucially important. It doesn't matter if you're going to be selling on Adobe Stock. It doesn't matter if you're going to be selling on Redbubble. It doesn't matter where you're selling. You want your image to look as high quality as possible. if you really think about it, if you break down the pixels for these images, you're probably looking at maybe 120 pixels by like 80 pixels, 46 pixels, 50 pixels per one of these images. It's just too small. It needs much more detail. And if I want this to be printed, I want it to be actually good looking, and I want customers to be happy with what they bought. You never know, they can come back to my stores later, they can make a purchase. Even if I have my own website or an Etsy store, I don't want to increase my chances of a customer complaining that the image doesn't look good or it doesn't look as described, because that's going to hurt my sales at the end of the day. It's going to hurt my reviews, etc. So I'm going to go to the first image here, and I'm just going to drag it to the upscaler, and I'm going to go to a 4x upscale. And let's see what actual the 4x size is. So the 4x size here is 5,120 by 2,280. Honestly, it's really not enough for me. I need a little bit more. So I'm going to double this one here, and this one should be around, a little bit more than 10,000 pixels, which is what I honestly look for when it comes to stuff like this. It's a little more intricate. And mind you, I'm not going to just sell this on Redbubble, but I'm also going to upload the digital files. I'm going to sell this on Etsy as digital files. I'm going to sell this on Adobe Stock. I want customers to be satisfied. That's my goal. So I'm going to do the same thing here, but here I'm going to go with a 6x, okay, instead of 4x. I'm just going to go with the 6x here. And the 6x here is 7,680 pixels by 4,320, which is pretty decent. All right. And I'm going to delete the ones that I've already created that don't fit my needs. So for example, this one is 1,280 by 720. I'm going to delete this. I know how it can be a little bit confusing at times because all the images look the same, but I keep my eyes on the sizing here. Right. So this image is 7,000 pixels. This image is 10,000 pixels. This is perfect here. We'll look at this image. This image is 5,000 pixels. I believe this one was one of the ones that the 4X. So let's move this to the trash. And then we have a few more images here. So we have this one. I'll take this one. I'll hit upscale here. Let's go with the 6X upscale. Now this one is 7,000 pixels. It's close enough to 10,000. I mean, I could double it and it will hurt 14, but, I would say any more than 6,000 pixels is pretty decent. 4,000 pixels for something like this is a little bit too small. If it was an image like this, it's okay, but even this image, I've have it over 10,000 pixels. So, yeah. Anyways, so we'll go here to all photos. Let's go with this one here. Let's hit 6X. And at this point, I believe we've upscaled all of them. Yeah. So we have all four here. They're upscaled. They're good to go. So now what I do is I'm going to take a look at them real quick and see if I want to edit any colors. So I go over here to edit. I go over here to develop. I might change the exposure. All right. The exposure is fine. I'm not going to change that. Let's go ahead and leave that the way it is. Let's go to smart contrast. We might want to play into the smart contrast a little bit so I can, notice how there's like a little bit change of settings. I actually like the smart contrast a little bit lower so that it could bring out the backgrounds of these stickers a little bit better. And then we could play around with highlights. I actually like the highlights to be a little bit more bright. And then shadows, we could play around with that. The shadows to be, I do prefer it to be a little bit darker so it can show the outlines of the items a little bit more. And then I could go over here to color if I need. If I want to increase my vibrance, I can do that. And really, guys, it brings out the image dramatically. If you didn't notice, look, this was how it looked. This is how it looks now. I mean, it's a world of a difference, right? So how it used to look, how it looks now. Incredible difference. Look at this. Look at this dolphin, right? How it used to look, how it looks now. It's really incomparable. It looks much, much better. So I'm going to do that for all four. So I'll go over here. I'll click on this. And by the way, if you want to use this tool, the upscaler, everything, with a huge discount included, this is not my software, but this is a company software. I'll leave a link in the description with the discount. It's called Lumnar. I'll just write something like photo editor in the description or upscaler or, tool. With discount. I'll write with discount, and that's how you know this is the right link. So smart contrast, I'll play with the smart contrast a little bit, right? Play with my shadows a little bit, decrease my shadows, and then head over here to my color and select the vibrance and move it upward. It looks tremendous like that. All right. So certain images, I believe this one is like a copy. I believe, yeah, these two are copies. So pretty similar. But hey, anyways, let's go ahead and select. Let's see. Did I upscale all of these? Let me see. Let's click on. Just bear with me here, guys. Let's click on this image. Okay, this image has not been edited. We'll go over here to edit. We'll go over here to the color, or excuse me, the develop. We'll increase the smart contrast just a little bit, right? We'll decrease some exposure. We'll decrease the shadows. You can kind of see the difference there, and then we'll go into vibrance. And it's much more vibrant, much more playful, much more kid-friendly in terms of the colors. And I'm just going to use two of these as an example. So the first thing I'll do is I'll go ahead and export this with any kind of name. Doesn't really matter. And once that's taken care of, it's exported at a 300 DPI. So I'll kind of show you in just a second, but like when I click on this, for example, this image here, when I hit export, when I'm exporting and I click this export button, if you notice here, it says resolution 300 pixels per inch, and it shows my quality. I can increase my quality, and a lot of people are concerned with a 300 DPI or as close to 300 DPI as possible. DPI is not exactly the same as pixels per inch, PPI, but they're as close as possible to each other, meaning when I have a printer and there are the drawing is in front of me, that's called DPI, dots per inch. Okay. When I have a display on a computer, that refers to PPI, pixels per inch. And you obviously want your pixels to per inch to be as close as 300 as possible, if not higher. And I can control that through here. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and export that image. And now it's time to actually make or compile the image. What I'm looking to do is I'm looking to compile the set. All right, so let's go ahead and work on that right now. So let me pause my screen and get that set up. Okay, so I'm here within Canva, guys, and Canva is a platform where you can kind of put some images on a canvas and do some live editing. And basically what this is going to do is this is going to help me put together how I want my grid of stickers to look like. All right, so what I like to do here is I like to spread these apart just a little bit and try to increase them to as big as I possibly can. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm keeping in mind this tutorial for Adobe Stock, right? So I'm preparing these images for Adobe Stock, and what I want to do is I personally want to remove the white background here. And let me show you what I mean. If I click on this canvas and I select, let's say, black, okay, we still have that white background. Now, it doesn't look terrible, but it's not optimal for me. I like to maximize my absolute best chance possible when it comes down to, you know, creating stuff like this. So I'm going to hit Edit BG Remover, right, on Canva. You have that Edit button, then the Background Remover, and it will remove to the best of its ability that white background. Okay, so you look here, now this is the transparent format. Whenever you see this boxed grid, that's what's actually transparent here. And I look at all these and I say, you know what, actually this came out pretty good, right? So some of you are wondering, why did I include this pattern behind these animals in my grid? Why would I do that? Well, if you notice in the prompt, I actually stated here, I said, the background is a whimsical blend of soft colors and intricate patterns. I wanted that on purpose. Why? For this exact reason. What I found what works best from a Canva removal background perspective that allows me to once again save time, because that's the priority, is I want to be able to just click one button and have the job get done for me. Could I go in on GIMP and manually do some erasing? I could, but I don't want to. And it's going to, once again, take time. My only concern here is how do I speed up time, or how do I decrease the amount of work I have to do and get the job done as fast as possible? So this is actually really good. I'm very satisfied with this. And I'm going to do the exact same thing here. Now, once again, if you use the formula that I created here, this whole entire setup, you guys can do the same as well. Not only is it going to be good, it's going to be great. So you do that, get these stickers done. And now what it's time to do is take the image, right, and remove the background. Now that the background is removed, it's time to download the image in as large as possible. So in my case, it's going to be 12,500 by 12,500. Obviously, if you're setting up your stickers in a different style grid or something else, then it's going to look a little bit differently, but you are going to want to export them just like this so that once it's transparent, two places you can knock them down and publish them right away is on your Redbubble store and on your Adobe Stock account. If there are other websites that you sell stock photography on, you could do that. For example, VectEasy is a website that allows stock photography. There's a few more. I might make a video on that in the future. But if you want to even sell them as PNG format type images, guess what? Etsy is the place for that. Now, for Etsy, you can offer a little bonus where you separate the images. You can do that. There's a lot of things you could do, like you could have individual files for each one. So there's a lot of different options of how you want to set it up. If you wanted to sell an image just like this on TeePublic, for example, what you would do is you would double click and you would select the actual image by framing out what you want or what you don't want. So let's say I want this dolphin picture. I'll go over here, select this dolphin just like this, and get rid of everything I don't want. And I would increase, the size of this dolphin, kind of like that. And I might need to upscale it a little bit more. It just depends on the situation. But this is a 4,000 by 4,000 pixel frame, so it just depends. And sometimes you can sell the image just the way it is. You can sell a collection of images. On TeePublic, you can sell stickers. Stickers are automatically included in the product lineup. So if you wanted to really do a grid, you absolutely could. It's an option. It's probably not going to sell as much on t-shirts or hoodies, and that's just my opinion based on my years of experience doing it. But at the same time, hey, it all looks pretty good if you add it all up together. And so this is kind of my system, my strategy to do this, to create thousands of images on Ideogram. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comments down below. And of course, I'll talk to you guys soon in a new video. I'll also leave links in the description to some of our lessons and some of our courses. If you want to learn how to do SEO and tag and title better through Redbubble, I'll leave links in the description for that. Basically, this website, autopilotpassiveincome.com, you can access these 4 main courses: the TeePublic course, the SEO, Redbubble course, POD design course for speed and efficiency, and of course, the Zazzle tag course. And then if you want to access any other lessons here, whether it's free lessons like how I run a stock photography business, and if you want to see the intricate parts like creating thousands of images, keyword implementation, watch me do it live on a demo account and watch me create sales in that demo account literally in a matter of days while I was recording the videos. It's all there. Society 6, great opportunities for you to make some money online. Check out the members area. I'll leave a link in the description as well. All right, guys, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you for watching, and peace out. Bye.